And hello there, it's Dr. Brenda, sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer, traveling the country with my 3 cats. Hey, please subscribe below if you already subscribed. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go through my morning routine, packing up, getting ready to hit the road. So we'll see how this goes. It's always hard to hold the camera and do everything as a single person, so we'll see how this goes. Let's start with the inside, because the first thing I am doing is cleaning up, scrubbing the floors, wiping things down, wiping counters down. And why don't we go ahead and start at the rear, which is my bedroom. So this slide is going to come in. There we go, there's some light. So I moved some things away from the side. I love my bed. I love my bedroom, partly because it's not tucked in the corner. My TV, my laptop monitor, I moved that here, put it under pillows. So that's a nice, safe place for it. Move all the cat ramp here. This guy, that's Izzy. Hey, Isabella. Izzy's a great traveler, so I move things out of the way because this is going to slide in. And in terms of the little bathroom, everything is put away. You can use your sink as a place to, travel. Put some of your basic stuff that you are always using. So the sink is a good place. Cabinets all closed. So bathroom's all set. This is where the litter box hangs out, so always good there. I moved some things away from the slide, so the kitty bowls, the food bowls are away from the slides. Big thing is, getting things off the counter. So again, you can use your sinks to hide things. My tea kettle goes in there, and the cat's water bowls. Dawn, miscellaneous stuff, hand soap goes under there. And you can use your microwave as well. So my microwave, that's my little Ninja. So that's for my smoothies. I find that I'm more likely, you are a curious one, Isabella. More likely to eat my smoothies when I have everything out. This stuff I've been traveling with on top of the stovetop. Haven't had a problem with it rolling around yet. And there's Dolly. Dolly's a pro traveler. Coco's the only one who still gets a little freaked out, but she's got her hiding place, so that's good. Not much to do on this side. I did move the ottoman. I've got 3 slides on this baby, the bedroom, and then both of these slide back in. And so I put the ottoman in the middle, so it is not in the way. I secured things here so you can see my bungee cords. I've got a couple of twines around there, and then piled some things here, keep things in place. In terms of the cab, here's, I have the, let me show you. The inside, the windshield covers, so that keeps things a little bit cooler and gives me privacy. So typically the windshields, both sides are covered. So I've already taken those off, stowed them in a safe place. Got my GPS all set up, and this is my tire pressure monitoring system. No bells, nothing's going off. So this is a very good sign. Izzy likes to hang out here, cat bed, and a little garbage can. And I'll bring some water up to me when I'm driving, or before I hit the road. Entertainment cabinets. This is where I've got my laptop and all my stuff. I just use the mouse pad as a little bit of cushion, so if things move around there, it's not pushing up against the door. And I think that's about it. So yeah, so that's the first step. First step is cleaning this baby. Second step is getting things secured. And I'm going to say the third step is getting your stuff set up, your GPS, your tire pressure monitoring system. If you don't have one of those, I really recommend it. It has saved my butt so many times. And now I can leave, and I know that the tire pressures are good. I don't have to monkey with it. So it's been a real lifesaver. No problem since getting my new set of 6 tires on this RV. So Knock on wood, hope it continues. Okay, so that is the inside. I'm gonna take you outside next. I like to take care of all my gear the day before, the night before, sometimes earlier if I know that the rain is coming. So yeah, my catio, my chairs, all of that I put away yesterday. I don't like to save all that for the morning. That's just takes a lot of time to put my catio down and get things the way I want them to. So yeah, I did that the night before, and usually I come out here, made sure I've got everything taken care of in terms of my sink and toilet, and I turn the water off, get the water spigot off. I have a dual system because I just think it's a little easier to get things on and off. Okay, there we go. Just let a little water out here. So what I'm going to be doing is, there we go. Sometimes this is easy to get on, sometimes this is hard to get off. And this one's not too bad. So got that off, and this belongs to me. Hoses, your hands get slippery, and I usually use this also because then I've got another spigot if I want to clean the litter box out here. And I've got everything going into the trunk. So what I'm going to do now is just reel the water hose in here. And I don't know if you've seen the back of my trunk lately, but it's looking good. I got the ladder. This is my water filtration system. It's a permanent. I attached this permanently. Looked at another YouTube video, and I'm like, I want to do that. So I'm going to bring the water spigot in. Kind of hard to do while holding this, so I'll be right back. Got the water hose all in, so that's all set. And shut my trunk. There are some keys here, so I can lock it if I want to. I have not found that the trunk is a problem at all. So this is a partial hookup site, meaning I had just water and electricity. So my job is to stop at the dump station to clean out my gray and my black tanks. I'll show you how that's done. So right now, got the water unattached. We got the power. I bring the slides in while I've still got power. One note, big note, this is a giant driveway. So I am actually going to be able to hitch up in. I moved my car over to the side here. I'm actually going to be able to hitch up because I can pull my RV up to the front and then back my Jeep so it can be hitched up. But that's unusual. Usually I have to pull out onto the road and go off to the side as much as I can, or find another place and then hitch up. So that's going to make today's job a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and show you what's going on inside now, what I'm doing next. So one of the things that people often forget is this step. Now, I had problems with it last time, so I just did a video on how to fix that, and hopefully it's fixed. So I'm gonna test it out right now. So I've turned this on, and it's going in, it's staying in. Yes, baby, that's working okay. So don't forget to put the step in. And now sometimes, I will leave, this is my thermostat, and a lot of times I will set it, and so when I'm at the new site and I connect the power, AC comes on pretty quickly. And that's also a cue for the cats. Cats are pretty darn smart at figuring out the whole scenario here. So what I'm going to do here is start my engine, and that allows me to do two things. I don't need it to put the slides in, but when the slides come in, I'm ready to put the jacks down. So let's just start her up. beautiful sound, isn't it? The sound of an engine roaring up. This has been a workhorse, a Ford F450, just a workhorse. Okay, so now this is where we got the cats. Coco, you ready? Coco goes into her hiding place. She's actually hung around more. Dolly stays out here. And go in. Yeah, there you go. Coco likes to go behind the sofa. And go ahead. And Izzy, I keep an eye on. Izzy likes to track me all over the place. So I move this step in first. Here is my button, and I'm gonna bring it in so you can see it coming in. Make sure nothing gets caught up here. I've got something on the side that here we go. There we go. Just make sure nothing gets caught up, and while you're bringing the slide in, there we go. Everything's looking good. Love the sound of the slide coming in. Okay, so we got that one in, and Coco's out. Coco's being braver these days. It doesn't really matter which one you start with here. Bring the slide in. Got the food bowls down here. Sometimes, yep, they'll move a little bit. Make sure my water bottles are not going to be in the way there. And there we go. Coco gets a ride. Coco gets a ride. Okay, now you can see how perfectly that ottoman fits there. You got to measure things before you buy things, so I knew what I needed, and got what I needed. So got the engine running, and let's go outside and there we go. So I have an automatic leveling system that is over here, and so all I need to do is hit the auto store, and the jack should be going up. I'm gonna leave that open a bit. So let's see what we got down here. So the jacks are raising down here, so I'm always looking down here. Two jacks in the front, they're up. And these guys are going up nicely too, so you know, triple check, quadruple check, that's sort of the name of the game. And make sure this door is shut, because I just don't want any cats running out at this point. I'm going to show you how to hitch. I disguised my plate number because I don't exactly want to advertise that. So now I'm just going to unplug and get my cord in. Before you unplug, turn the power off. So I've got 30 amp, and I'm turning that off. Then unplugging. Okay. And this is going to go right in here. Let's see, I need two hands, so we're going to pause, hold off, stop, and I'll come back to do the rest. Okay, double checking. I am disconnected, hoses put away, electric cord put away. Also check your bins. Sometimes these bins are not tight, not secure, and they go flopping open while you're on the road. So I just do a walk around. Awning is in, step is in. I haven't been using my ring too much, but that's in. And I'm gonna pop on in. Okay. I lock the door and get myself ready. What I do is, I think today I'm gonna grab a water and grab a bye. Got a light, turn off the lights. So I'm gonna pop on in to the driver's seat. Hey, hang on there, guys, I'm coming. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, hope I'm not making you dizzy, but this is the best I can do. Now when you're parked, you get the jacks down, you got to have the brake on. So don't forget to release the brake. And the other thing I'm going to tell you a little bit about is that my car, I tow this behind. I'm going to hitch that up and try to show you as much of the process as I can. It had been going, the battery would be dead. So I would tow it, get to another site, the battery would be dead. And I've since learned that, you know what, I've got to, even if it's overnight, I've got to get it out of its tow mode and start it up and get that engine going, or I'm going to have a dead battery. But one of the things that someone advised me was to always drive with my headlights on, and that somehow keeps the battery of the Jeep charged while I'm going, and it's been working pretty well. So I'm just going to drive this baby up. Okay, you get to go for a ride with me. Going to drive it up towards the front so that I can do the whole hitch up process. Again, it's seldom that I have a driveway that is this generous. Okay, now I'm actually gonna turn this off, turn the lights off, and turn the engine off, because if you watched a video like from last month, you saw that Izzy locked me out. I do have an extra, I've got all kinds of extra keys, so I have an extra key now set up in the Jeep, but I don't take any chances, so I make sure no cats around me. And then I'm gonna, yeah, traveling with cats, you gotta be extra cautious. So now what I'm gonna do is get the towing gear all ready. I'm gonna line up my car and try to show you how this is going to work. Okay, it might be a little difficult, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, the first step for me on hitching is to bring this out. This is my Blue Ox system, and it takes a little while to get used to how it maneuvers. So I take the cover off. Okay, so I seem to have better success if I put it on the side here. Then I'm lifting it up, bringing it down, and putting it to the side here. So that's the first step, and I'm gonna put this in my car, floor of the passenger seat. I'm gonna bring my Jeep up. Okay, let's rock this baby. So I keep all of my tow gear in an old conference bag. Very good use of, you know, one of those bags you get when you go to stuff. And I always start with this piece. This requires a little key. So I'm gonna unlock this, pull it off so it's ready to go. I had to move my car up just a little bit. I'm pretty good at lining this up. It's gonna take you a little while to line it up correctly, and let's see if we can show you what happens. So I have the arms here, and I'll notice that they do expand. There's also this thing here, it says up. Okay, so look at that and make sure it points up, and I'm gonna move it, pin it into place. Let me show you. Pin it into place here. Okay. And this is gonna go on the end, and there we go. And I'm gonna lock her up and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, got one locked up. Here's the second one. I'm gonna do the same thing. Sometimes these covers are a little bit tricky to get on and off, and so just so you know, it's not just you. And again, this one is set to go. I'm looking at the up, turning it around, and moving it out a little bit. I like to actually have the key part on the outside. It seems to make it easier, for me anyway, to get it undone. I'm not stuck between any other cables goes pretty good. All right, pay attention. I'm doing this and I didn't pay attention, and it's too short. Get that in the middle there. Very good advice. Don't let anybody talk to you while you're hitching up, honestly. You gotta focus, and somebody's chatting with you, it's a distraction. I just, I just made a mistake there because I was distracted by you guys. So, yep, both of these are secure, and okay, I've got this connects the power from the RV, the motorhome, to the Jeep, and I've got 2 cables. So my first job here, I'm gonna hook the cables up. I'll show you a little bit, but this goes underneath my Blue Ox hitching system, and okay, so I'll show you what I did here. So this is connected here, goes underneath the big rail here for the hitching system, and then this connects to the front here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, grabbing my cable, going underneath, and then hooking it, make sure that it gets underneath the hitch plate where it needs to go. I also have a little, I guess it's a little safety thing, so if something happens, it's supposed to automatically release. And then the last thing I'm going to do right now is get this guy all set up. So I'm going to connect the 2, and this can be a little difficult to put in. Let me show you. So we got this side over here, and I'm gonna get this side right here. Let's see if I can do this for you. And okay, so that connects the power. Make sure it's snapped in tight. And one of the things that I do is I put the hazards on, because sometimes that I've got I can see one blinker going, not another. So I'm just going to come in here, turn the hazards on, and then before I even go any further, I'm looking back at my vehicle, checking to make sure that the hazards are going on, and this is what's been going on. So I got one going on, the other one not, and it's just a little bit off on the connection, so I'm gonna push things in a little bit further. Okay, just that little effort. Now I've got both hazards working. So, good thing I could point that out for you, but don't leave until you know that your signal lights, your hazards, are also talking to the Jeep. All right, so I got this part set up, right? And I am not ready to go. One of the reasons I traded my Honda HRV, which I loved, for a Jeep, is because it's very easy to tow the Jeep. So I go through a routine to get it ready. I'll try to walk you through that. So right now, one of the things I do, and I've learned this again from having the Jeep, is I turn the lights off, make sure the radio's off, I turn the AC off, all of the power things off in the Jeep. Lights are on there, I start in the off position. Now I have a little pen up here because I have this really cool knob here, right over here, and that's what I use to get it into tow mode. So the instructions call for me to putting it in the run position. So there we go. Now I'm in the run position, so I've got some power, and putting the gear from park into neutral, and then I'm using my pen. There's a little N button. It says neutral, and there's a red button, red flashing light. That is now lit. So it is in neutral, but I want to check it out. So I turn the engine on. Okay. Now the parking brake went on because my door is open. Turn the parking brake off, and I'm just going to put it into reverse. Hit the gas. Nothing's going, right? So brake back on. You can put the parking brake back on. Put her into park. Brake is off. I'm checking again, make sure that there's nothing going on. The red light stays on. It is now ready to go in tow mode. One more step though, so I'm gonna check again, make sure I got the power off in here. The vehicle goes off. All right, so I'm now in the off position. One more thing to do here, folks, is set up the RVI brake. This is required, I think, in every state now. So when your RV brakes, your Jeep has got it, your tow vehicle has got a brake. So this is the RVI brake, okay? And this isn't always so easy to get set up, and I don't know what you're gonna be able to see here because I'm gonna be in camera view's way. So I slide it in here, and first thing I have to do is get this pedal over the brake. Okay, get that secure. There are 2 connection points, so I have them hidden in the car. Under the rug is one, and the other is the power, so I'm going to plug that in. Okay, it's going to talk to me now, hopefully. Oh, that's not what we want to hear, guys. Okay. So that means the brake pedal is a little bit further down. So I unplug, and okay. Try to get this in a place. Like I said, this can be a little tricky. Try to get this in position so the brake pedal is up and this is secured. We're going to plug it in and try it again. Good. So there's a button here. I press that once.
Push auto position button again.
Twice.
Push auto position button one more time. RVI brake ready.
Yes, that's what we want to hear. So this is what it looks like inside here, if you can see. Again, have somebody show you if you buy this. It takes a little bit of manipulation and figuring this out, and sometimes I'll get to the, it'll tell me everything's good, and then it will give me that warning sign. So maybe it's good you got the warning sign, because you do have to manipulate this a little bit. And at this point, my Jeep is ready to tow. So I got the brake system set up, I got the power off, it's in tow mode, I'm ready to roll. So again, I've got not quite ready to roll because that left rear light is not, and I've got my bag up here. I don't want to roll over my bag, so don't forget to put your stuff away. Okay, so I am just put it back in again, see what happens. I put my, there we go, hazards are going. So yeah, that connection, the electrical connection, can be just a little off, and check before you leave. So I see the hazards going, both sides. I do a walk around, okay? I will walk around the entire Jeep, make sure the step is in, make sure there's nothing sticking out, the campsite is cleaned up, walk around, and get myself ready to roll. So I am set. I'm just gonna take that little license plate cover off because I think I could get in trouble driving on I-95 with the plate. And then I'm going to meet you at the dump station. Okay, we're headed to the dump station. Brake is off. I want to tell you, get to know your vehicle, because I did not get a very good walkthrough of my motorhome. I learned later on that there is a button right here for me. And when I press that button on the dashboard, it says tow haul. Okay, so I wanted to give you that pointer. Tow haul. So that's what I'm using when I'm hauling something. And when I'm ready to go, remember, you got this Jeep attached, so crawl on out of here until you kind of hear it lock up, so I can see it going. Also, when I first started driving, I got to tell you, I kept having this idea that my Jeep was probably flown off and in the ditch somewhere. I'm like, is my Jeep really attached behind me? Because you can't see it in the rear view mirror. Now, I've gotten pretty good. You go around a corner, you can see it. The sun shines, you can often see the shadow of it. But it's a little disconcerting, and there is actually a camera on my unit here. And let's see if we can, oops, now it's on. So there is I have a camera button, so I can actually see that my RV is hitched, ready to go. It's all there. So it would kind of drive me nuts if I watched it the whole time. So anyway, those are a couple of tips for you. Let's get off to the dump station. And okay, we're to the best part of RVing, right? Dumping. So I have, first thing you gotta do is put your gloves on, right? You don't want to be monkeying with your sewage or all this stuff without gloves. So gotta have some gloves. Gonna put those on. Okay. And this doesn't really take too long, and after you've done it a while, it's not a, it's a piece of cake. So got everything stored in here. I did do a pretty good job of parking this. So this is what I've got. This system. I do. Some of the pumps, sewers are not as tight as I like, so I do have this when I need it. You can usually pick it up at an RV store. So I'm gonna now try to pick it up here. See if I can get this in for you. All right, so when I first started out, I tightened the heck out of this stuff. And so there's a, the bottom little cap here, pull that off. Gonna take the cover off, right? All right, now get that out of the way. And I'm gonna bring my hose up from the bottom and attach it. Okay, done. Didn't take long at all, right? So when I first started, I made sure everything was screwed in really, really tight, and then I'd get to another site, I couldn't open it. So I find that, it's tight, but it's not so tight that I can't unopen it. So that might help you out. So I'm gonna connect the other piece. There we go. To the tank here, right? Or to the sewer. All right, let me show you. So there we go, just that easy. And then what you're gonna do, you don't need to see all the details, right? But I'll just show you the black tank. Hopefully you've noticed this by now if you've got a motorhome. Let me pull this down a little bit here for you. Black tank has a black handle. Gray tank has a gray handle. Hey, how about that? So you're always pressing the black tank first. That's your toilet water. And watch it, it's going in nicely, so that's working out good. And once you're done with that, close the lever, and then do the gray tank. If I have a hookup, now I do put some stuff in the toilet. This time I'm gonna have to wait till the next site, which is a full hookup, sort of a sanitizer cleaner thing. And so anyway, so that is the bulk of it. So I'm just gonna finish emptying out the tanks, clean up this hose, put it back, and then we are ready to roll. Okay, so I have sewer hoses disconnected. I put it back in storage. Used the hose to clean it out just a little bit. And the only thing I really have to do now is put the cover back on. Always double check, triple check. So I've got the cover back on, and this is again where, you know, it's on, but I'm not slamming it so tight that I can't get it open. And then I have a little cover on the bottom, so I rotate that, spin it in. Both of the levers are closed, and make sure that this is locked. Take my gloves off. There's garbage here. Always put your gloves in the garbage. Don't leave these gloves around. That's one of my big annoyances. So put it in the garbage. Put it in your garbage if there's not one by you. And okay, now that's it. I'm set to go, and see you at the next place. Hope this was helpful for you. And I know it's tough to do this as one person, but video it. It's actually everything that I have bought, everything that I have set up, especially the Blue Ox system. You can see I can manage as one person. So if you have any questions, doubts about, you know, doing this yourself, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. And just a reminder, I never drove an RV, never spent a night in an RV until I bought this baby. So lots of us are starting from scratch, and you can do it. All right, hope that helps, and we'll see you guys at the next stop. Bye-bye.